Hey everyone, this is Colin, and in today's video we are going to review the Velotric Discover 1 High Step model e-bike. I'm going to unbox it, going to go over the different features, test ride it, and give you a review. This is the new High Step model, and the difference is that there's a bar right here. The step through one just had the frame here, and for this version there is a 500 watt rear hub motor that can go over 20 miles per hour. There's a Tesla grade battery, which is 14.4 amp hours and 48 volts with a range of up to 60 miles. And new to this version, there are hydraulic brakes, which makes braking very smooth. I was told that the new step-through models will also be getting these hydraulic brakes. More specs can be found in the description section below. So without further ado, let's get this unboxed. This is the box that it came in. These are the contents inside the box, and for the interest of time, I'm going to place all of this on the table. This was everything inside the box. We have another box that was on the bottom. It says toolkit. Let's take a look. There's a manual. Here we have the kickstand. We have some tools, the charger, the pedals. This is a horn. This is the headlight. We have reflectors and then the controller. Let's take these zip ties apart. It seems to be packaged very well. I'll just set this aside for now. This is the front fender. The packaging seems a lot better than the first one that I got when they first came out with them. This is everything unboxed. These were the two manuals that came in the bag. Let's focus on the quick start guide. So this is the box that it came in. You can pause this at any time if you want to see this in detail. These are all of the tools that it came with and all the materials. This is how it was assembled or boxed. So the next step will be installing the front wheel. We'll install the front fender, calibrate the brakes, install the handlebar, adjust the seat, install the pedals, put on the front light, install the battery, and then charge it, and also put in the controller and get that started. For the interest of time, I'm going to follow the instructions and install it that way. If you want to see it in detail, I have a video where I did the install on the Discover 1 step-through frame, which should be very similar. You can watch that. A link to that will be in the description section below. The company reached out to me and gave me a PDF, so I want to make sure that you guys are aware of it too. When you get the bike, this stem will actually be rotated backwards. So what you have to do is loosen this right here, this one in the middle, and then there's one and one on the other side. You'll loosen those, and then you can put the handlebar in, which I did already. So you would put it in this orientation, 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure that this aligns in the center of the lines, and you can always adjust the angle later as you wish, and then you would tighten it in that pattern. And then after that's done, make sure that the handlebar is straight with the front wheel, and then you would tighten this one, and then you would tighten these two in that order. I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of that, because if you install the stem backwards, this front piece might be backwards, which means that this whole wheel will be backwards. You want this to be facing the front of the fork. Right now we're going to take a look at the battery. So out of the box there's this piece of foam to protect it in place and to keep it disconnected. We're going to take this out, and then also down here there's another piece of foam that held the battery in place. So now we can push this in and push this in. You hear that click, and now it's locked in place. In order to get it back out, you have to put the key back in and then turn it counterclockwise until this unlatches, and then you can pull this out. So taking a look at the battery, right here we have a battery status indicator. So if it's blue, that means it's 100% charged. If it's green, it's 50%, and then if it's red, it's less than 50%. Right here we have the charging port. Pull this tab. You would take this end of the charger and plug it in here. What's nice about this is that you can take the entire battery with you if you want to bring it upstairs without having to lug the entire bike, and then you can charge it and then bring it back down. This is the connections for the battery. This is the bottom, and then if you're interested, here are the specs of the battery. This is the plug inside the bicycle frame, and this is the bottom where the battery seats. The instructions didn't mention this, but you have to inflate the tires. The tire pressure on the side, it says between 35 to 65 PSI, so I set it to 50 PSI, and I'm just going to start it now. Same thing on the back. Right now we're going to go over the functions of the e-bike, and starting from the left side we have the grip, we have the front brake, we have the controls, there is a bell, we have the display, a reflector, the shifter for the rear, we have the shifter right here, we have the thumb throttle, a rear brake, and the other grip right here. So in order to turn this on, we press and hold the power button for a few seconds, and this will light up. So looking up here, we have the speedometer, the battery gauge, the trip information, we can also change that, and then the power assist level. Looking over here, we have the trip. I've ridden 0.8 miles. We have the odometer, the average speed in miles per hour, the max speed, the time that I've ridden it, the kilocalories, I think this is the energy that was burnt, the power in watts, and then the voltage in volts. So we can change the power assist level by pressing the up button. So there is 5 levels of power assist. At 0, when you pedal, you don't get any power, and when you press the throttle, you don't get any power either. Let me just go through the power assist levels. So if I go to 1, I have the rear wheel off the ground. It goes to 8.6 miles per hour. And power assist 2, we're going 11.4 miles per hour. Power assist 3, we're going 14.1 miles per hour. Power assist 4, we're going 16.9 miles per hour, 17.1. And then power assist 5 is the max. We're going 20.1, 20.4. So that's with the thumb throttle. You should be able to get a higher speed by pedaling, but that's just to show you guys the different max speeds in each gear. And then if you press and hold the up button, it turns on the headlight. If you press it again, press and hold it again, it turns it off. And then the bottom, if you press and hold the lower button, this is the, I guess, pedestrian walk mode. The motor kicks in at 2.9 miles per hour, and it helps propel the bike so you're not having to lug it, especially if you're going uphill. So if you release that, it goes off. And in order to turn it off, press and hold the power button and it turns off. Right now I'm going to test the e-bike. I'm going to go through all of the gears in pedal assist and throttle modes only. So for pedal assist at 0, if I pedal, there is no pedal assist. If I go to 1, the motor kicks in and I'm getting 8.6 miles per hour. Pedal assist 2, getting 11.4. pedal assist 3, 14.2, pedal assist 4, definitely felt more torque there, 17.3, and then let me turn this corner. I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to go to pedal assist 5 and just bike from 0 so you can feel or see how quick it is. So I already reached 20.3 miles per hour and half a block. Okay, let's go back to 0, and at pedal assist 0 the throttle does not work. Pedal assist 1, getting 8.3 miles per hour. Pedal assist 2, 11.6. Pedal assist 3, getting 14.1. Pedal assist 4, 17.1. And pedal assist 5, you should get that max of 20.3. Okay, let's come to a stop and see how long it takes on pedal assist 5 to get to that 0 to 20. So coming from a stop, we're on pedal assist 5. And we reached 20 miles per hour. There's quite a bit of torque. You especially feel it when you're pedaling. You feel the motor kick in, just like right now. With the throttle, not so much, but you still feel it. Let's test the brakes. I'm going to hit 20 miles per hour and then slam on both brakes to see how much of a car length it will stop. So we're at 20 miles per hour behind this truck. So I stopped a little right past the truck. Brakes feel very good, very predictable. Let's try that again. That was my first braking of the day, so the brakes might need some time to warm up. What about this truck? Yep, about the same distance. Let's try this truck over here. And this one stopped right before the front bumper. So you can kind of get a sense of how well the brakes are at the max speed going on a flat. It stops within that distance. I'm going to show you how the headlights work. So I'm going to press this up button and hold it until the headlights turn on. You can see that there is a beam on the road, and this is fairly accurate of the brightness. I can also adjust the angles so you can see that it's going pretty far. Now it's going into the sky. I'm going to adjust it so that it lights up about 40-50 feet in front of me. And then if you look at the tail light, if I press the brake lever, both of them, they do turn on. So right now I'm just going to go on the bike and then go down this path and then come back down. This is another view of the headlights. You can see how far it goes. Overall, I really like the Velotric Discover 1 High Step model e-bike. I had a chance of testing the step-through version when it first came out, and I feel like this one's a lot better. I'm not sure if just because the manufacturing process has changed since then, or that they're using better materials. It just feels very sturdy. I like the motor. It has a good amount of torque, and I've gone over 20 miles per hour. I got like 20.6 miles per hour. It has a very good Tesla grade battery that can go up to 60 miles. It also has hydraulic front shocks, a headlight, tail light, so you can ride at night, and a very nice LCD screen. So overall, I really like this e-bike. Feel like the quality is very good. And when I checked the website today, it retailed for $18.99, but it's on sale for $11.99, so that's a significant discount. So if you're in the market for an e-bike, I highly suggest that you check this one out. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. So thank you guys for watching, and take care.